This boss fires anyone who doesn't have six pack abs. Like, what? Let's check this out. They thought this alleged policy was abominable. Get shredded or he'll shred your contract. An Arizona sales trainer and car salesman has been ripped up and down online after controversially claiming that he won't hire anyone who doesn't possess rippling six pack abs, as seen in a video blowing up on Instagram. But Andy Elliott, 43, told the Post doesn't care what soggy stomach online trolls think. His policy is absolute. If you get hired on in our company, you got a certain amount of time to get your body in shape, or it just shows me you don't care. Elliot said, I've got one, a six pack, 90% of my team has one, and if I say get a six pack, my team understands what I mean. He added, I can just grab any of my people and before a meeting, I can say, alright, shirts off, look around, who's the most disciplined one in the room? The self-proclaimed Rhodes number one sales trainer who founded Scottsdale-based The Elliott Group offers online courses to impart his alleged wisdom, like a jacked Jordan Belfort from Wolf of Wall Street. These include an inner circle mentorship, kind of sounds a little bit creepy, that he claims can help people earn upward of nine figures a year. Like, that seems a little bit sketchy. Hold on. So there's like a link to it, I guess. Uh, Andy Elliott has never offered a private mastermind until now. Spots are limited, which never are really. If you're wanting to earn 7 to 8 to 9 plus figures a year, this is the right mastermind for you. Like, yo, I highly doubt this Andy Elliott guy got to 9 figures a year. Like, I highly doubt that. I wouldn't be surprised if he did make 7 figures a year. I wouldn't be surprised if he made 8 figures a year because there's a lot of people in the digital marketing space that do make 8 figures a year, right? And if you're extremely good at what you do and you've got like a really big following like he does, you could quite easily make 8 figures a year profit. Like, that's not too crazy to believe. But nine, you're pretty much going to like a kind of like a sketchy zone where you're probably doing some things or charging some like outlandish amounts of money for these like private stuff. Like, I'm talking like 50K, 100K for like a ticket or something. Inner Circle Mentorship, you got $500 per month basically. You got another one, $1,000 per month. The third one, $1,597 per month. Or you could pay 50K at once, which I was thinking. So who knows? He might have actually made 9 figures because he's charging like 50K per thing, potentially. Like, and a 25K per thing, a $1,500 thing. Oh my God. This is crazy to me. I understand people wanting to be part of like a group or be in a situation where they could potentially make more money. But think about it, right? How many people do you think are actually going to be able to make a return on potentially spending 25K or 50K? Like, let's do like 50K, right? How many people are actually going to be able to get a return on their investment of $50,000? Probably not much. Like, probably like very, very little. Maybe like 1% or 2%. I don't know. This is just crazy to me. Like, I understand people want to do some stuff like this. Like, I've seen people potentially spend like 100 grand for like these like random like training programs. It's just, it depresses me because People think that they're going to find like some like hidden secret or something to like be better at what they're doing. The reality is, like, if you want to get probably good at sales, you're probably just going to have to keep on doing sales constantly, nonstop. Like, the more sales calls you do or the more sales interactions you do, the better you can get at it. Like, I don't think there's probably going to be any sort of like hidden secret that's like, ah, this is what I need to do. You could probably get advice or something like that or mentorship, but it shouldn't cost you like 50K. My God. So let's check this video. Uh, I guess it doesn't load. Hold on. Okay, I guess it doesn't load. Weird. Wait, no, here.
My entire team, if you don't have a six pack, you don't work for us. No, I know. I know. It's called, everybody say standard. How about we raise them? How about we raise them? How about we raise them? How about you guys quit getting fucking civilized and you guys quit?
Quit settling. There are some people in this room that said, I would sue my company if they told me I had to have a six pack. We know you would. The conversation was for the one percenters. That wasn't for you. Okay. The salesman whispers tips, which he frequently posts to his over 550,000 Instagram followers, involve everything from having sex once a day to not being a little bee. In his latest testosterone-filled tutorial, Elliott claimed that having cheese grater abdominals are essential to staying on his sales force. I got a feeling this guy is like pumping himself with so much drugs, not just performance enhancing. I wouldn't be, uh, Lord Jesus. I'm going to tell you this, The sales guru said during a recent seminar, my entire company, my entire team, if you don't have a six pack, you don't work for us. He then elaborated on the bold statement, explaining it's called a standard. How about we raise them? How about you guys quit getting civilized and quit settling? Elliott added that he doesn't concern himself with critics who might take legal action over his stringent fitness standards. There are some people in this room that said they would sue their company if they told them they had to have a six pack, declared the entrepreneur whose company has a fitness division. We know you would sue. That conversation is for the 1%. It wasn't for you. Now, the thing is, I think if you were to probably put into like the requirements before getting hired, it's like, hey, you got to meet these certain standards within this certain amount of time after we hire you, or we have to let you go. You could probably get away with that. Don't know. But still, it's kind of weird. For Elliott, there's a clear correlation between, I guess, Arnold's stomach muscles and success in sales. If a guy calls me and goes, Andy, I want to make more money today, I'm going to say, do me a favor, go get a gym pass, check back in with me in a month. He told the Post, if you're still working out, you're showing up 5 days a week, you're eating clean, I'll let you buy a coaching program. That's kind of hilarious. Like, let you buy a coaching program. Every single one of these like coaching programs that he has, you could probably just go and buy it. Like, the salesman come fitness trainer continued, because if they go buy a coaching program and they don't look in the mirror and start to see progress every day, which makes them feel better, there's a good chance they just bought a coaching program that's going to sit on a shelf. I mean, that's a pretty good statement. Like, a lot of people who do buy these programs, whatever it might be, are literally never even going to go into it at all. And they could be spending $500, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, which is insane. Like, it's a lot of money to be spending. However, Elliott's machismo-laden advice didn't resonate with the 99% on social media, with one critic pleading, please stop giving money to this guy. Algorithm, please stop showing me angry bald men with strong opinions, said another. Others pointed out the purported ludicrousness of hiring or firing people based on muscle definition, especially for non-fitness related jobs. Can't work for me if you're bald, quipped one commenter. grow hair or get out. Man, I served in the Marines for 13 years with some absolute savages, argued another. I mean, true savage professionals that were smart, tactically sound, strong, loyal, courageous, and in unbelievable shape as demonstrated in combat, didn't have a six pack. However, Elliott clarified that the fitness test isn't totally literal, but is rather a metaphor for success. It's not that we don't hire anybody with a six pack, the exercise enthusiast elaborated to the Post. We just have a standard that says if you're going to be a mentor to others in our company, you're going to be your standard. He had a physical, mental business. If you're not physically fit, you're mentally not going to be tough. The people that we coach in our program, 90% of them, they reach out and they don't believe in themselves anymore. So I'm not going to let one of my coaches try to convince somebody else to believe in themselves who's not doing the work themselves. Like I can understand that, right? But at the same time, why are you hiring people about sales, like to coach people in sales when they might be fat? I don't really understand that unless you literally have a side to your business that is purely like fitness coaching. If that's the case, that's a little bit different. But I don't know. Let's see. He might have. Okay, so he does have a fitness program. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So if you do have some sort of fitness program and you hire people that are needing to be fit, that makes way more sense instead of just purely hiring people basically because of fitness relating to sales. I was like, what the hell? That's just weird. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. So while a six pack might be a parable for mental prowess, Elliott noted that more than 90% of his team do possess Adonis like ab sextet. I've hired people that are 50 pounds overweight, the businessman explained. I've hired people that are 100 pounds overweight, but those people a year later, dude, they're where they want to be, and they look in the mirror and they're proud of themselves, and their family's proud of that. As for haters, Elliott claims that he appreciates these algorithm feeders because they simply prove his point. I mean, those are people sitting in their mom's basement, commenting, or by the way, or they're people that are just sitting wishing they could kill it in life, just still making excuses and not taking action, he said. Having a shredded stomach is about more than just succeeding in sales, according to Elliott, who claims that challah bread esque abs and fitness in general are an antidote to a world gone soft. How many men or women can actually protect their families if somebody were to break in and cause harm on them? He said. This is just more than being fit. We're in a world right now where everybody's breaking mentally all around the world. Dude, the next time somebody comes to me and says I'm depressed, if they'll just go to the gym for 30 days, 60 days, they'll never be depressed again. He said, well, that's not true, but it probably would help with depression. He also sees fab dominoes as essential for a happy family life. If you had a six pack, your kids would choose you as their hero, he said. Kids like superheroes, he continued. By the way, you want your wife to admire you. I mean, when you married her right, you don't think she sexually, wants to look up to you and be like, God, my guy's the man. I mean, come on, dude. Let's not be a dummy. Elliot something like this: if you don't take care of that crap, guess what? You're gonna die early, period. And your children won't have to let someone else raise them, and your wife's gonna live with some other dude that has a six pack. Interesting. Time for the IRS to investigate this guy. The thing is, if he's starting to claim people can make nine figures or that he potentially has made that, yeah, you probably do gotta get audited. Better looking will make you more money. He's not exactly eye candy, and look at who is the richest people in the world. Mark Zuckerberg, not good looking. Jeff Bezos, just mediocre. Elon Musk, I've seen better. Bill Gates, gross. My husband is a broke plumber and he looks better than all of them. Well, your husband shouldn't be broke as a plumber. I like it and it is his right. One person says, all bosses should be like this guy. Interesting. Feel free to give your thoughts. I just thought this was kind of like interesting. To me, I just think it's kind of like weird because, well, I mean, I think the main thing is his claims about how much money you could make is pretty damn sketchy. Like, another person that I've basically seen someone make those outrageous claims, they got like hunted by the SEC and they lost $50 million and were forced to pay $50 million to their victims. So hopefully this guy's actually legitimate, because if he's not, and if there's enough complaints, the SEC might go after him. So gotta be very careful with that. I mean, like, think about it, paying 50K for a sales program where you're trying to make claims that you can make seven, eight, potentially nine figures. How many freaking people are making nine figures? Not much, like, at all.